Hello again, I'm Sophia Aragon. I'm a registered nurse and executive director of the Washington Center for Nursing. And I'm here with our public health figure and leading nurse advocate, Nurse Stephan J. Torres. Stephan, thanks again for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So we put our foot down, we put our head down, and we got some sleep. We go back to work and it's still crazy. And in this climate, it's more high risk and high stress than ever. So how do we mitigate that?
First off, I would say, if you've been a nurse for more than a year and you're still not leaving everything at the door when you get to work, you know better. Stop it. Secondly, I would say no matter what kind of nurse you are, from a phone triage nurse to a CVICU nurse, home health nurse to a flight nurse, morale is everything. It doesn't matter who you work with. The physicians, techs, CNAs, MAs, researchers, you're on a team. And even a home health nurse, okay? You and your patient, that's your team. You can have the most brilliant minds, technically skilled, best looking team out there. If your morale ain't up, I'm off the team. So at my last gig, every day I got to work, I knew I had one job waiting for me. It was the first thing I did. It was to scope out whoever was down in the dumps, whoever was being the negative Nancy, and take care of that real quick. Because we're nurses, right? We know people sometimes better than they know themselves, right? And it only takes about 5 seconds to crack a joke, pay a compliment, or just acknowledge someone by saying hi. If you're able to figure out how to boost morale on a unit, you are one of the biggest assets on that unit. Not only are you boosting spirits of the people on the unit, but you're being of service, and that serves you. The last and probably most important thing is acceptance. Recognizing the things that are out of your control, accepting it, and then letting it go. Because the world will happen to you, and there are things that you cannot control. And those things that you cannot control, you can't let it control you. Acknowledge what's happened or what's happening. Feel the emotion. Understand you have every right to feel that emotion. Take the time if you need to, but don't let it consume you. Karen ain't the last red vine, okay? It hurts, right? You're entitled to those emotions, right? The jealousy, the envy. Take the time if you need to. But even if Karen wanted to, she can't give you back that red vine, right? And even if she could, I don't think you'd want it, right? So let it go. But the point is, sometimes it is those small things. And sometimes it's the bigger ones. 4 nurses called in, so you're short-staffed on the unit, and you know it's going to be a rough day. Your patient shows you a picture of their grandchild, it's their first grandchild, and then the doc shows you the CT of your patient with aggressive cancer, right? The kid you didn't save, Whatever it is, the same rules apply, okay? You may need more time for some of them, okay? You may need to go cry in the bathroom for the big ones. Hopefully not the red vine. If you do, I don't know, we're talking about therapy next time, right? But the point is that, at some point, no matter what happens, you got to get past it. You got to let it go.
And with that, we're going to let you go. And we'll be back tomorrow and all throughout Nurses Week. If there's ever a time for us to talk about who we are and what we do, it's now.